Welcome to Your Health Truth, and I'm your host, Brock Hardman. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and hope you ate a lot of food and enjoyed yourself, enjoyed your families, and most importantly, enjoyed your time off. And that's what it's all about. Take a little vacation, relax, eat some good food, and kind of de-stress and enjoy a little Thanksgiving turkey. So, we're back. Sorry I've been off since about last Tuesday and took a little mini break, and so I'm back in the swing of things. And today we're going to tackle infertility. And I actually personally have a few friends that are struggling with this currently, and so hopefully they get to watch this. If not, then maybe you know someone who may be having a tough time getting pregnant. And so there's usually one of three people. You're going to either fit in the camp of, there's about a 1% or I would say about less than 1% chance of having an actual physical genetic problem to where it's just not, you have genetic challenges basically at getting pregnant. That is the huge minority. That's less than 1% of people. The other 99% of people either fit into the category of you're having a problem because of things that you're consuming physically or consuming mentally. And that's it. So I'm going to jump into all three of those today and give you my opinion on how you might be able to further increase your chances of conceiving. So most people who go to the doctor are going to get told that they either have, they need to take some medication or pay for some, expensive procedure, when most of the time that is not the case. And this is going to be a common theme of mine, is that medicine is a business. So it makes sense that people would want to charge for doing procedures. And that's great because sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But what if there was a way to get the exact same thing accomplished without spending all that money? So I'm going to lay out a few of my ideas and stuff that I've researched, and obviously other doctors. I'm not just coming up with stuff, this stuff on my own. I'm reading a lot of different, papers from doctors and other stuff like that. But you can take what I say and either try it yourself or just continue to do what, your fertility doctor or whatever tells you to do. I would suggest to you, though, if your doctor does not tell you to change your diet, then you should find another doctor. It's virtually impossible to know if you have a serious problem without changing your diet. Now, if you're already on the perfect diet and you've tried all that, then maybe it is time to look alternatively, but I would say that's very few people. So when I say that you're either consuming stuff mentally or physically, what I mean by that is just by changing your diet for a month to a diet that is low carbohydrate. The only carbs you eat are slow digesting, so brown white rice, wheat bread, things that digest slowly. So low carbohydrate. You do need some carbohydrates, so don't totally eliminate carbohydrates if you're trying to get pregnant. Healthy oils and fats like olive oil, avocados, peanut butter, stuff like that. As many vegetables as you can eat, and fruit. Eat some fruit. Try not to eat the high sugary fruits like a lot of grapes, a lot of bananas, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a Mediterranean diet. So if you can stick to a kind of Mediterranean diet for a month, you're going to greatly increase your chances of being more fertile, and that goes for both men and women. So that's the great thing about the suggestions I'm going to give to you, is that it doesn't matter if you're a man, it doesn't matter if you're a woman. It will work both ways. And so on the flip side, while you're consuming a good diet, which most people don't, you also need to cut out certain things that you're consuming, such as alcohol, drugs like tobacco or any other drug. Anything that is toxic to your system greatly reduces the chance of fertility. And I mean, if you're really serious about wanting a baby, which is, a life-changing deal. I mean, most people would kill to have a baby, yet they struggle with eating right and eliminating, drugs and alcohol. And so to me, it's like, if you're really serious about it, then you need to get really serious about what you're consuming. And the last part is what you're consuming mentally. So your stress level. I remember back when I had, I was going through 2 or 3 years of digestive problems. And 1 year in particular, that's all I was focused on every day. I mean, I would think about it every 30 minutes. That's all I could focus on is what is wrong with me. Doctors cannot figure me out. And, what's going on. And I would just be so consumed with it that's all I could focus on. And for that entire year, without getting into too much detail, is, let's just say I had low libido for about a year. I mean, that, like, sex was the last thing on my mind. And so you have to stop focusing on things that are stressing you out. And that's kind of the problem with people that maybe they go to the doctor and they say, sorry, you're infertile. Then that's all they can focus on. They start stressing out about, oh my gosh, I can't have a baby. And, same thing goes with cancer. You just start focusing on the negatives. And that is so backwards thinking to what we should be doing. You need, and I know it's easier said than done. I mean, I've been there and done that. I know it's hard not to think about those things. But you have to find ways to not focus on those things. And de-stress, and because I'm telling you, stress will wreck about any kind of biological process you have going on if that's all you're focusing on is negative stuff. And so, there's ways to de-stress, and I won't get into all that, but, just try to find ways to relax, kind of look at the big picture, know that, there's still a high degree of probability unless you have, like I said, some genetic deal, or if you're, overage, 50s or 60s. And even then, people are still getting pregnant. So it's not like, it's out of the question. So, I'm not going to go into all the details of what kind of foods you should be eating, this special diet plan. I'll leave that up to you, because if you're serious enough about it, you're going to go do your own research. Now, hopefully, what I said is something that you did not know, and that there are ways to increase your chances of fertility by diet and lifestyle. And so, go do some of your own research, look into foods, and, change it up a little bit and see how that works for you. So, good luck. And here is to your super sperm. Go get them. Talk to you tomorrow.